Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are going to talk a little bit about some specific parts. I got a lot of questions from you guys. First of all, we're going to talk about how to optimize your brakes. And there's a lot of stuff that's possible to optimize the brakes, because the stock brakes, they are great at doing what the car is intended to do. So even for sporty drives on mountain roads or stuff like that, they are perfectly fine, but they do have their limits, especially if you go to the track and when you track the car quite seriously, or you use wider tires and bigger wheels, or you have more power, then you're gonna bring the brakes to their limit. That's not bad, it's just what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So there's a few things you can do which have little to no downsides. So you really optimize the brakes, and then there's other stuff which forces you to do more on the car. So let's just dive right into it, and I'm gonna talk about everything. I'm gonna talk you through everything. So first of all, the first thing you could do that has little to no downsides is brake lines. Stainless steel brake lines. The biggest factor in these is you get a much better pedal feel. The pedal feels much more stiff. Sorry for my voice, I have a little bit of a cough, or a little bit of cold, I think that's the word. So brake lines, that's the first thing you want to upgrade on the stock car. It improves the feeling you have in the pedal, and yeah, that's basically it. That's all it does. It doesn't improve your braking performance or anything. It just improves the pedal feel. And as soon as the fluid start to get hot, rubber lines tend to get blown up a little bit. Even if it's just a few tenths of a millimeter, it's just enough to have a mushy feeling in the pedal, and so you eliminate that completely with stainless steel brake lines. Even for the price, it's, I think, one of the best upgrades you can do to the car. The car feels completely different. What you want to check is these, I don't know, what do you call these? Some manufacturers do sell them just in steel and not stainless. You want to make sure these are stainless. Just spend a few extra bucks to have them stainless and not just normal steel. That's gonna help you in the long run. So that's the first thing. When you change these, you can also change brake fluid. We always use endless. Guys who follow the channel for a time, you know I'm a big fan of endless, and the reason is it never disappoints, never. And there's also, I saw a test, there's also a lot of other great brake fluids out there. Some cheaper, some more expensive. What I saw in the past, I saw a test which compared a few brake fluids, and it's not that the endless is the best of them, it's one of the best, but the biggest thing is the pH value of these are quite good. Some other racing fluids are quite sour, I think it's called. And the issue with that is it gonna affect all the rubber seals you have in your braking system, and so you have to change them more frequently. And it's also it's very aggressive against them, so that's why we use endless. Or one of the reasons we use endless. There's also little to no downside to using that, because yeah, you just have a better pedal feel, and it also when the fluid gets hot, it doesn't boil as fast as standard fluid. So when you go to the racetrack, these are the first two things you want to do. Then let's head a little bit further. Cooling on the stock car is very good. You have the cooling ducts from the front, which have a hole in the wheel arch, which blows directly on the caliper. That only works with stock wheels, because then it blows straight. When the wheels are pointing straight, they're gonna blow right past the wheel. If you use wider wheels, you're gonna block half or even all of that hole, and so the air just blows on the tire, and yeah. That's where these come into play. These are just I had them specially made for me because green, so yeah. You're gonna put them in and then connect them with one of those to behind the caliper. So you direct air directly into the caliper and into the center of the brake where you really want to have it, and so it's gonna cool the brakes quite a lot. These also don't have a lot of downsides. They have a few. One of them is the brake's gonna cool out quite fast if you're driving on a highway, and then it might take a second before you have full braking power again. So these are also very good. Just know that you have the issue of when you're driving it on the road. On the racetrack, they have basically no downsides. On the road, brakes will cool out quite fast, and you might run into some issues when you want to brake, or you have an emergency and you need to brake quite fast. They will take a few milliseconds to start braking, actually. So that's for these, and that's basically everything you can do without having major downsides. Now you have improved your braking feeling, and you have improved the cooling, and so the stock brakes will last much longer. Now you run into some more issues because you're gonna track the car quite hard. Everything's gonna get really, really hot, and your dust boots on the caliper start melting. That's the first thing you need to see, and that's not really ideal, obviously, because they're dust boots. They're there to keep dust out, and if they're burnt, they let dust in, which is bad. So to save the boots, you can put in, with these you actually might have, you're going in the right direction to save them, because it's not going to get that hot. But you want to have these. These are some stainless shims, which go behind the brake pads and help isolate the brake pads quite much. So you don't have that much heat transfer from the brakes, from the discs to the caliper, and so you might save your dust boots with those. Now the downside of these is you get a lot more heat in the brake pads, because when the heat can't be transferred from the pads to the caliper, it stays in the pads. And the stock pads, as good as they are, as soon as they get really hot, they melt down like ice in the sun. It's really crazy how fast you can have them down to zero. I seen a client of mine at Anodura when we were there too. Fortunately for him, we had our complete stock braking system as a spare with us, because he destroyed the basically new OEM pads in half a day. That's not ideal. So with these, you're gonna make that even worse. You're gonna save your dust boots, but you make that worse. So you need pads which can hold up the heat. That's where Endless comes into play. We use those, the CCRG, quite often on customer cars. We also use them on our own car for quite some time. I drove them on the track, I drove them on the road. The only time I changed those back to the stock ones was during winter, because they also need a little bit of heat. I think they're there. I don't know if you can see it. 50 to 800 it says. So below 50 you have very little braking performance, and during winter when you have -5 or 0 or -10 even if it's around 0 and you brake for the first time, it's 0, not 50. So they need really like half a second or so to get up to temperature. And on the road or on the highway, your braking system during winter is gonna cool out to whatever temperatures is around, which isn't 50. So that's a little bit of an issue with brake pads. So you want to change or swap them during winter back to stock ones. We now use different pads. One of the reasons is the CCRG. They had sometime like ridiculous delivery times, like 4 to 6 months. And yeah, we can just not work with that, so we use different ones. You can see it on our website, in our shop, which ones we actually we or our partner has them in stock basically all the time, so you can just order them. And as soon as you start changing all of these stuff, your brakes gonna hold up on track quite long. Now the stock discs are quite good. There are a few replacements, like Alcon has some, and there are also some other manufacturers. We have tested like 2 of those, not Alcon, 2 of those, and they weren't as good as the stock ones, or I wasn't happy with them, so we swapped, because our braking system was just at the limit with 400 horsepower. It was just at the limit, and so we swapped it out completely to the complete carbon fiber or carbon ceramic, not carbon fiber, carbon ceramic kit. And now we have the Alcon kit, and that's absolutely fantastic, and I can recommend that highly. Yeah, so that's it, what you can do to improve your braking system. Just keep in mind, whatever you change, especially if you change stuff like these with them. We had or I heard from a few guys, as you can see, these have metal wires in them. Can you see these in here? They have metal wires in them, and if you're not careful, or if you mount them the wrong way, these might stick out. And when you mount them the wrong way, you're gonna destroy your boot, CV boot, the one from the Antriebswelle drive shaft. So you're gonna damage those, and then you got some serious issues. So be sure whenever you mount or install these, make sure they're mounted the correct way, because otherwise you're gonna have some issues with that, which gonna cost a lot more to fix. At the rear, we just talked about the front. At the rear, all I would change, or all I have changed now, are stainless steel brake lines, fluid, and pads. That's all I did. Oh no, that's not true. We have now different discs as well, but that's not really necessary. The stock ones are quite good. We just swapped those because they are lighter, and I like that. Oh, and I saw some guy changed the front discs with one piece. Just don't do that. The stock ones are 2-piece for a reason, and basically all aftermarkets are two-piece for a reason. He swapped out for 1-piece discs, and they're even heavier than stock, so I think most likely they're much cheaper. But if that's the only reason you're gonna buy them, is because they're cheaper, just please don't. Yeah, but that's basically it. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. And if you want to see some other videos like that, just also let me know in the comments. I might have some more in the following videos. And yeah, that's it. thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a good week. Goodbye.